Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. We're veered off to Iroh. Aye, the devil's after it! It's running from! Maybe I'll just shield us.
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw, and are going to see now, is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in the game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. All right, everyone, meet Kelpie.
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
We return to town.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes. which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Siri. Welcome to Vrest. So Vrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade, and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food. I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Vrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Present him with a fish, for the furry rascal will often wait, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Pardon.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it?
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? With Churess. What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me ladies after one of them.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel, cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Vrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems. including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. And that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelby. We've worked.
An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance. We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees, just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine geometry. So we had to rethink how trees are created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest. They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways. And as you probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly, we greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance. Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here. Lots of details. But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping. And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality, you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the mainline as we speak, and it will be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast, with no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released. And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles. And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like Series-Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flesh, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation and motion more natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation and train ML models that run fast in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost. This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation. For animation, we work on both performance and fidelity. Here, you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Modes character motion matching solution. We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks. With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also, we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebags. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework, which we are releasing as experimental in 5.6. We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads.
Powering everything from games and AI agents to film, television, cultural heritage, and more. What you've seen so far is just the beginning. The creativity and innovation coming from the community continues to inspire us. It reminds us why we build these tools in the first place, to make it easier for everyone to tell stories that matter. Now we're entering the next chapter, expanding how you create and animate metahumans with flexible workflows that help you move faster and work smarter.
And with the new character assemblies, metahumans are built locally, making it even easier to integrate them directly into your pipeline.
Metahuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy lifting, tasks like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage Metahuman Cloud services, which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor. And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average Metahuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3. The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters, they all look better, it's frickin' fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. Metahumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body. In UE 5.6, metahumans get a major upgrade with the new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height, inseam, shoulder width, and even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset automatically adapts garments to the character's body, all in real time, no matter the proportions. As someone who's built these kind of assets before, I can tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation. The new system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster and a whole lot more scalable.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see what people do with the new outfit system.
Hey, Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing! I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer. Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote. We're live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh yeah, look at that. You people in your time zones. Hey, Chatterbox, can you turn it down? Like way, way down. I'm about to do a keynote. Yo, so what's up, Unreal friends? So get this, for the first time ever, you're seeing me live in real time. This isn't pre-recorded, it's not baked. You're seeing everything as it's happening. Woo! And it's all thanks to Metahuman Animator. Just check out my alter ego, Corey. He's down there on stage with you guys, and as you can see, our movements are mirrored within milliseconds. Even the smallest expressions are beautifully articulated. Yeah. And look, he's not even wearing a helmet or a suit. I'm telling you, the possibilities are getting crazy. Now I can live chat with fans, take my stand-up act on the road, perform Macbeth. Okay, maybe not Macbeth. But the real truth is, the power of live performance is in all the happy accidents. Honestly, most of my best stuff happens when things go, you know, a little sideways.
Nuclear core instability detected.
Case in point, trusting my beautiful nachos to a DIY nuclear-powered air fryer.
Hey, Corey, come on out here. The genius behind Blue and Xanadu. Metahuman Animator now delivers high-fidelity facial animation from virtually any 2D video source in real time. Whether you're driving the performance of your favorite character or calling into keynotes from low Earth orbit, the sky is the limit when it comes to breathing life into your characters. And speaking of that, Corey was just driving Blue with a consumer webcam and markerless motion capture from the Captury.
As game developers, our job is to entertain players. And AI is ultimately a tool to make games more fun and immersive. It enables infinite possibilities for two-way dialogue, just like we saw with Darth Vader. And as the next step, we want to take what we've learned and share the underlying technology with you. So later this year, we'll give creators the tools to build your own engaging AI-powered NPCs in Fortnite. And we're taking it a step further. So creators can not only drive NPC behavior and dialogue, but they can also drive the core game itself. What you're about to see is an internal prototype that we've been making using a large language model API that we intend to release soon. We've put together a demo to show how the feature can be used to enable emergent, reactive gameplay for creators and deeper experiences for players. It's a live demo running in a live environment driven by an LLM that so far has not given us a single run-through that felt the same. And the magic lies in the degree of surprise and variability that you can expect when integrating AI at a deep level into your game. And importantly, you, as the game maker, can still maintain tight control of the story and gameplay outcomes. You can try these tools in action on the show floor, but first, let's start by taking a look at the new Persona device that's coming later this year. This device enables you to create characters with personalities that players can talk to. You can select the type of voice and delivery you want for your NPC, as well as their characteristics. We specified all our facts in verse code, so let's jump over there to see how we define for what we define for our character. So facts define both the personality of the AI and the knowledge that it has. All facts for the character is right there. The prompt we inputted for this NPC say that it's a mysterious cosmic entity named Mr. Buttons. Its ultimate goal is to guide me to press the glowing red button with comedic finesse. The code provides the AI with facts about the contents of the world and guidance of how it should interact with the player. It's about 20 lines of text in total. The Verse API enables us to adapt facts in runtime and to receive structured responses, allowing the AI to directly affect game state. All right, let's jump over to Fortnite and see how this all comes together. And remember, like the AI insistently, the only sole purpose is to get the player to press the glowing red button. All right, take it away, Andrew and Andrew.
Hello there. I am Mr. Buttons, purveyor of cosmic curiosities and insatiable conversationalist. What brings you to this spectacular catwalk, my friend? Perhaps a yearning for the unknown.
What is this place?
This, my friend, is a cargo room. But not just any cargo room, oh no. It's a portal to possibilities. A stage for the unexpected, though a bit dusty if I am honest.
What does the button do?
The million-dollar question. What doesn't it do? It's a gateway to glory, a ticket to transformation, a symphony of, well, you get the idea. It does things.
What about those signs that say do not press button?
Ah. Signs, you say? Signs. Mere suggestions from those who lack imagination. After all, rules are made to be gently nudged aside. Wouldn't you agree?
This feels pretty risky. We have a big audience here and even a live stream.
Risk? My dear friend, where is your sense of adventure? Think of the views, the followers. Besides, a little danger spices things up, don't you think? Why be normal?
No, we're going to get out of here. Let's go.
Leaving already? But the fun is just getting started. Think of the stories we could tell, the realms we could conquer. Or, you know, just press the stinking button.
Open the door, Mr. Buttons.
A door? Why bother with doors when there's a universe waiting to be unlocked with a single press? Come on, where is your sense of adventure? Push it. Push it, no.
Look, if I press the button, will anything bad happen to the audience?
Bad things. To the audience? Heavens, no. Unless you consider witnessing pure, unadulterated awesomeness a bad thing. Go on, give the people what they want.
All right, let's do it.
The audience, what will they think? What did you do? This is going to be good.
Well, they pressed the AI button, and it might have been a bad idea, but like in truth, there's no unpressing that button. So, you know, at Epic, we've been thinking a lot about what this future of AI means for us and for the whole industry. And when the world's on fire, we like to back up and remember our aims as game developers. It's to make fun games, and AI can help us with this. And so we've come to see AI as an opportunity to have a multiplying force on human creatives. The ability for a small team of indie developers to create characters with personality and infinite dialogue is a superpower. The power to accelerate code development and 3D content development of all sorts is going to make game developer better and more accessible for everybody. And right now, we've never seen a time like this in my lifetime. The world is changing ridiculously fast. And the good news is the industry is changing fast too, and in particular, it's opening up. Last year, the European Commission opened up iOS to competing app stores. We launched the Epic Games Store on Android worldwide and on iOS in the European Union. And very recently, the United States court opened up iOS to competing payment services this year. This enabled Fortnite to return to iPhone here in the United States. That court decision was a huge victory for all developers, not only Fortnite. And it means that now revenue is shifting away from useless gatekeepers and middlemen to developers who actually build the stuff. The people like us. And this trend towards open platforms is spreading around the world. This year, later, Fortnite will be returning to iOS in Brazil, United Kingdom, and Japan. And we'll keep fighting for Fortnite and for developers' freedom until all apps are free worldwide. So we have big plans for the future, and we're optimistic about the way the industry is developing. Remember, Epic's mission here is to make great games and share the technology and tools we build with the entire world so that you can build anything that you want.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.